rearrange y is equal to minus 3 over 4x plus 5 in the form ax plus by plus c is equal to 0, and b, rearrange 2x minus 5y plus 3 is equal to 0 in the form y is equal to mx plus c. It's important before we begin to do this what we realise what this actually is. So if we go to our GDC and select a graphing mode and put in minus 3 divided by 4 x, which is down here, plus 5 and press enter, we realise here that we have a straight line graph. We can move the cursor, the label out of the way a little bit. Okay, and let's just have a look at this in 1 minute. If we do menu, number 5 trace and graph trace, it gives straight away here the intercept. So we press enter, that'll give me, tell me that's the intercept 0, 5, which you get from this part of the graph here, the plus 5. And the minus 3 over 4 stands for the gradient. Now you can get the calculator to give you the gradient by just doing this. Menu, number 6, analyze the graph, and number 5, we'll do this thing dy by dx. We'll look at dy by dx later in the course, but as far as you're concerned at the moment, this means gradient. So it's 6, analyze the graph, 5, dy by dx. The graph has the same gradient anywhere on it, so we don't need to specify a point, so just press enter, and we can see we get minus 0.75, which corresponds to minus 3 over 4. So if you remember from your IGCSE, this bit here stands for the gradient, which is minus 3 over 4 minus 0.75 over decimal, and this gives me the y-intercept, which is 5. So what you've got to realise here is that you're dealing with a linear graph. So writing down y is equal to minus 3 over 4x plus 5, this is in the format y is equal to mx plus c. So in part B we'll try to rearrange that into that. Here we get the screenshots of what I've just done. Steps there for you. Okay, so here we've got the y-intercept, here we've got the gradient. So we've got y is equal to minus 3 over 4x plus 5. So rearranging it, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this 5. Now when you're rearranging things, you need to do things to both sides. So taking 5 from both sides, so you take 5 from this, so take 5 from here, you get y minus 5. Here you get minus 3 over 4x. There's nothing else because you've taken 5 from that side. Next thing is we've got divide by 4, so we need to multiply by 4. So we're going to multiply the whole of this side by 4, so it means I need to put these two brackets in. This side we're just going to have minus 3x, because if you multiply this side by 4, the 4's will cancel out. Now expanding the bracket, so we do 4 times y, so we're going to get 4y. 4 times minus 5, which is minus 20, and we're now going to get minus 3x. So we now add 3x to both sides. So if we add 3x to this side, we're just going to get 3x plus 4y is minus 20. Minus 3x plus 3x gives me nothing, so we're going to have equal to 0. So now I've got the equation in the right format, which is ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. And you need to be able to go from here to this one, and then from this one to this one, like we're doing in the next question. So we've got 2x minus 5y plus 3 is equal to 0. So this one is in the format ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. So run that again. Okay, so we've got to rewrite this in the form y is equal to mx plus c. So the first thing to do is to take this 5y to the other side. So we do that by adding. So this side we've got 2x plus 3, and on this side 0 plus 5y makes 5y. And now we're going to divide by 5 to make y the subject. So we need to do 2 over 5x plus 3 over 5 is equal to y. And perhaps normally we would write this round, y is equal to 2 over 5x plus 3 over 5. Now this is now in the format y is equal to mx plus c. So if we go do this on our GDC, so go into our GDC, so I'm just going to go back to the home screen and then do a new menu. I can't enter 2x minus 5y plus 3 is equal to 0 on here because this is y is equal to. Now, so to get around it, you do this menu, graph, entry, edit. Instead of entering a function, you enter relation number 2. And now you can write it just as it's written, 2x minus 5y plus 3 is equal to 0. Press enter, and now we see we get our straight line graph here this way. Alright, so it'd be interesting to check what the intercept is. So remember to do that, you do menu. Number 5, trace graph, trace number 1, it immediately goes to this point here. Y-intercept, which is 0.6, and 0.6 is the same as 3 over 5. 3 divided by 5 is 0.6. Remember, we'll go back to y is equal to mx plus c in a minute. And if we now do menu, analyze the graph, and check the gradient, it's got 0.5. We'll just put it over here. We've got 0.4. So going back there, there's a screenshot to show you how to do that. Okay, so let's just check in here. You've got 2 over 5 for the gradient, which is 0.4. And you've got 3 over 5, which is 0.6 for the y-intercept. Alright, so this has been a graph to show you about linear graphs, straight line graphs, and their different formats. So the main two types of format are ax plus by plus c is equal to 0, and y is equal to mx plus c. There are different types, but those are the two main ones that you need to know.